and provide a better customer experience. Two is marketing and sales. So what we do is we provide a comprehensive, robust marketing and sales platform that allows business owners to, one, generate a lead, pre-qualify the lead, turn that lead into a customer, and then retain that lead, and hence a higher lifetime value. Three is talent placement, where we position
Hello, I think Isaac has gotten a challenge with his internet. I thought it was on my side, but I think it's on his side. Okay, as he's coming back, I'm seeing Shiba is saying what stood out for her was yesterday being a one-stop shop. Yeah, I think it also was powerful. Um, Moviru says he enjoyed session 5 about project management for creatives. He learned that you don't need a lot of money to run big projects as long as you have valuable skills. Okay. Mr. Odongo, you are back. I think your network had gone off. Your microphone is off.
Apologies. Can you
Your
hear me
mic.
now?
Okay.
Awesome. So I
Yes,
was
we
saying
can
that
hear you now.
I want this to be a practical session. I don't want to just come and speak and tell you stories. So what I'm going to do is I'll be sharing my screen with you guys so that you guys can actually see um, stages that I think that are important that I think all entrepreneurs go through. Maybe the guys who are doing seed rounds and all that may not know about this stuff, but why I think it's important for the rest of us to know this is because in one way or another, when you start a business, the way I grew up, for example, is when I started business, I thought you needed to have a fancy office, so many business cards and things like that, which I later on got to figure out to actually very wrong. So I'll be able to share my screen, and I don't know if I can do that right now. Should I?
Yes, you can. You
Awesome.
can. You can.
Awesome. Okay, so just let me know when you can see my screen. Just confirm if you all can see that.
Yes, we can.
Awesome. So I'm just going to first of all explain this because I think it's very key before we do any kind of demos or software, showcases or what can be done. So ideally, when you're starting a company, normally we start at this level, and I say this level because when, let's say, how many of us are business owners? You can just raise up your hand or anything in the group, or have startups and all that. When you're starting a business, normally you have an idea, you have a passion for what you want to do, you have the dream that, you know, people actually get to buy this product that you're putting out on the market. But you start thinking about a website, you start thinking about office space, you start thinking about who do I partner with, you start thinking about who can provide me with capital. Ideally, you're in this stage here, and this is what you call the foundation stage. And in the foundation stage, this gentleman called Aaron Fletcher, sorry, created something called the Fletcher method, where he said that at this stage you're basically struggling, meaning that you're making less than zero to $10,000 a month. Now this is US. This could define Uganda as a country, but at this level here, you don't have leads, okay? And I'm going to show you a software that can actually help you get leads, but also communicate with those leads such that you can actually nurture them and turn them into clients. But also, in the event that you don't have the money to invest in a software, there are platforms like LinkedIn, which are found very, very influential. And I'll just show you how to leverage that. So for those who are on the call and stay on the call until the end of this session, I'll be able to provide you the PDF document that you can use to actually leverage business to business or business to customer leads from platforms like LinkedIn without coming off as spammy, right? So at this stage, you have no leads, right? So you're doing door-to-door sales, you're doing event marketing, you're doing WhatsApp marketing, you're spamming in people's inboxes. Yeah, I've seen people on X, you know, buy right now, we are located here, you know, buy from us and things like that. Basically, you're struggling, right? Now, when you're moving from this stage to this stage here, what you call surviving, this is when you're making between $10,000 to $50,000 a month, right? You start developing what you call marketing systems. I'm going to show you guys. I'm saying this now because I want to show you after I've taken through this stage. You're going to see that you need systems. How do you track in how many people you're talking to? How do you track how many leads are coming through the door? How do you track how many customers have come through? How do you track the lifetime value of those customers? How do you track how much revenue you're making, right? So at this level here, you're now providing systems. You're now running paid adverts. So at this level, you're doing more of outbound marketing. Let me go and look for customers, right? Here, when you start running things like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp ads, you're now getting some form of leads. For those who have run adverts, if you again stay until the end of this course, I'll provide you the free training on how to actually run Facebook ads and the systems that you need for free. You just need to register somewhere so that my personal assistant can then register you for that training. It's going to be online. You can always access it. So at this stage, you're running paid adverts and you're getting some form of inbound leads here. Inbound leads, I mean people coming to your DM and saying, how much is this? Where are you located? I'm interested in this. Can you send me 50 pieces of this? Those are what you call inbound leads. And at this point, you're getting in some form of money because you're doing automated marketing, but you're not yet thriving. Thriving is at this stage here. Now, at the thriving stage is where you've developed a system. You're running paid ads. You have a team that is running the business for you. You can actually go and rest. But at this stage here, you're saying, look, I've built the systems. I need to scale my business. So let's say this is Freelance Lounge in Uganda, right? It's doing extremely well. You've got the model pinned down. You say, look, I need to scale this to South Africa, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania. Can I duplicate or replicate that model and put in those countries? So when you put those models in those countries, the way you'd have Nakumat, you know, is operating in South Africa, but it's scaling to Uganda, it's scaling to Kenya. That's now this is the stage at which they've reached, right? That is what you call a thriving stage. So at this level, you're making between $100,000 to $300,000. Now you've scaled the model well, but you're saying, look, I need to go global. What do I need to do? This is where you hire firms like McKinsey that teach you about global systems, global teams, how to manage teams, cross-functional teams across an organizational or chart like this. Is now where you move through the driving level, where now you're focusing. So we've talked about the scaling bit. I've given you a roadmap of how this works from the time you're starting to the time you engage automation to the time you scale and the time you go global. So let's look at the tools that you need, right? So I'm going to start off my presentation with a tool called Leads Gorilla. No, let's start with Leads Gorilla, right? So this Leads Gorilla is a platform I love so much because, you know, there are times when you really want to look for business owners or for leads for business, and you're like, look, I need to have someone I can call. I have airtime. I have an email address. How do I reach out to these people? So, is Sabrina on the call? I'd like to make this practical. Sabrina, are you on the call? Hello? Am I speaking to myself? Is anyone there? Yeah.
I don't know if he's in the call, but I can. I don't know if I can be of any help.
Awesome, awesome. So, what kind of business does Freelance Lounge, usually attract? Or what kind of business owners are you looking to attract? Let me put it like that.
It's yeah, it's development partners.
Yeah,
They enables the Instacards,
yeah,
and then maybe the freelancers themselves.
yeah. So, ideally, you're looking at NGOs and things like that. So, let me just give an example. And I said, I'd like to partner with multinational NGOs or multinational companies in Uganda. So, let's say NGOs, right? Um, Let me just give an example, 50 kilometers. So what this is going to do is it's going to present you with NGOs that have listed themselves on Google. It will provide you their name, their phone number, their email address, if they have been, if they have a Google My Business account, how many reviews they have, location, if they have a website, and then we can use that information and filter it and say, look, I need NGOs with a phone number. I need NGOs with an email address. I need NGOs with at least 10, 15 reviews. I need NGOs with Google My Business. Why? Because those are businesses that take their stuff seriously. You don't want to work with anyone. So here we have 20, right? And you can see these are just the filters. Is it operational? They're all operational. How many have websites? So when you click this, you can see 11 have websites. How many have phone numbers? 17. So usually what I like to do is I like to play around and get more. So when you click get more, it will actually get you more NGOs. You can see the details are here. I'm going to show you how you can actually pick out each. So let's go here. As we do that, let me just open my LinkedIn account. Yeah, so you have so far 40, right? So if we have 40, that's a good number to start with, because in business, you don't want to work with everyone. There's a ratio that 50% will never buy, 47% may ask or show interest or even may purchase, but 3% become your customers, right? So what you want to do is you want to get those with an email, ideally phone number. Phone number should be good for us. So I'm going to extract this information and look at this. Are you still seeing my screen? Just to confirm, someone say yes.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Awesome. So this is information that you can give to your sales team and say, look, let's say I'm the Freelancers Lounge here, okay, and I'm saying that, look, I need to find partners in these NGOs. Now, the mistake that most of us make is we go to the NGO and say, look, we'd like to partner with you, and that's it. You give them a proposal and you keep quiet, and you wonder why they never get back to you. Now, as a salesperson, remember the first thing you want to do is think like the person you want to partner with, or think like your customer, right? So what's the biggest problem NGOs have? One, they need funding. Two, they want to reduce operational costs. Three, they want to have a system that shows them how they can actually manage their cash flows, how they can actually manage inflows of revenue, how they can actually manage their systems, such that when a donor comes to them, they have a foolproof system to show, look, we are established in 2016. So far, we've put in $1 million in this NGO. So far, this is the amount of money that has come, this is the number of beneficiaries that have been able to work with us. If you're able to craft what you call a statement, right? That is able to attract them. You could say, look, we are Freelancers Lounge. We have access to 10 multinational NGOs like MasterCard. And we believe that if you partnered with us, will be able to add value not only to your NGO, but we believe we can leverage both our skills and strengths to be able to create a better world out there. For the next 90 days, we have an offer that is free. Come partner with us with the Freelancers Lounge. Come have a conversation with us. We believe that this will add value to your audience. Do you think this is something that would be a good fit for you? I mean, I've spoken about all the things that this person needs in that statement. So it's just not enough to have leads. You need to have an irresistible offer, something that is going to, because by the way, majority of the guys you're going to call here are what you call gatekeepers. Gatekeepers are people like the person who is handling the secretarial desk, customer care, and things like that. They may not understand the needs of the business. So another thing you need to understand is how do you get access to get this person to say, yes, I can actually introduce you to my boss. You could say, hi, my name is Andrew. I work with the Freelancers Lounge, and I was hoping I would speak to someone who would be able to make your company shine, hence making you look better and get a better promotion. Do you think you could point me to that person? And if they're not in the country, do you think we can book an appointment? So what I'm doing there is, if you notice, I'm speaking slowly, but also humming, like, do you know? Do you think? Would you connect me? And then I'm putting in filters like promotion. Why? Because those are things that tick faster than what you're trying to communicate. The rest could be noise. But once someone knows that they're going to get a promotion through the meeting that they're going to introduce you to their MD, chances are very high you'll get through those gatekeepers. So once you've done this, the next question is how to sell. So do we have questions around Leads Gorilla before I move on? Anyone with questions? This is going to be a lengthy session, so I'd like to go, software by software. Okay, no questions. Excellent. So let's go to LinkedIn. Then I'll take you to Pipeline Pro. Awesome. So LinkedIn is a very interesting platform. Why? Because when I was starting out on LinkedIn, and maybe you can correct me, majority of the time what I would do is I would come here, right? And I would connect with everyone. I would like to know from everyone, how many of us have done that? You can put up your hand. It's also okay. No one will arrest you. Okay. I only see 2 people. Oh, okay. Yeah, we've all done that, right? That's not something I would encourage you to do. So this is what I would actually do if I'm coming to LinkedIn. But before we actually do that, so I'm just going to show you how my LinkedIn inbox looks like, right? This is how it looks like. So you're going to see a lot of sent attachments, a lot of cool, and I'll just screenshot for you what's in. This is one of the board members of DFCU Bank. So it goes, hi Barbara, LinkedIn informed me you were spying on my profile, and I put a little laughing emoji. And I thought, how cool, but I don't want us just to be those millions of ghost LinkedIn friends. So I decided to share something which I think would make your LinkedIn super duper cool. So this is something I shared with them, and it's exactly what I'm going to share with you guys. So this is what you call a LinkedIn Outreach Bible. So there's a LinkedIn Outreach Bible, there's a LinkedIn Content Bible, there's a LinkedIn, I think it's a LinkedIn Connection Bible. So these are basically golden nuggets. I paid a lot of money for this. There's like 4 or 5 documents, right? I guarantee you, right? Even my ancestors will agree with me. If you went through this alone, you're going to become a guru, not a guru. Guru is used by many people. You're going to become a Jedi on LinkedIn, right? So this is something that was shared by the way, this means, where is it? This, you'll forgive my language, means badass motherfuckers. That's it. .co. That's how they named the company. Just weird guys. But that's what it stands for. So Houston Golden is a very he tends to catch your attention by weird things. And one of the things I learned from him was, don't just connect with someone on LinkedIn. Give them something for free that would be so valuable to them that when they look at your profile, they're going to be like, crap, I need to work with this guy. How do I work with this guy? Now, obviously, they will not work with you immediately, but with time, they'll reach out to you. So ideally, how I use my LinkedIn is like this. Let me just see if my LinkedIn subscription is still active. Yeah, it's still active. So I would suggest get something like this. If you can't, do what you call Boolean searches, right? So Andrew, I know you're on the call. Again, just give me an idea of the kind of people you'd want to work with. Again, you said freelancers, right?
Yeah, and any groups of companies that deal with the workforce, future of work, talent, HR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. So basically, if I were you, they're what you call gatekeepers, they're what you call middle managers. I'd want to speak to the CEO. So usually in my LinkedIn, I'm going, I want to speak to the CEO. You say talent, right?
Yes.
Let's say recruitment company, Kampala, and I click search. Now, what I'm doing is I am filtering out my searches because I'm being intentional about who I want to look for. Now, you'll notice that they'll give you results that have all these filters. So what I want to do is go to people. And by the way, you're free to do this even on Facebook. You want to get people you're intentional with. Now, if you see this guy is a Deputy Chief Executive Officer, Kampala City Traders Association, I wouldn't want to touch that. Tropical paints, not that. Let me see. Trans Africa Assurance. This could be someone you'd want to work with. So I'd do this and add a note. Now that is something you need to do, right? You could say, what's his name? A3 son. No, how to make it appear like I'm not stalking the guy. He's yeah. You can pass this, okay? Yeah. Something like that, right? And I click send. So you obviously have passed the number of characters here, but you could make it snappy, something cool. Again, I'm going to share this on the chat, and all of you can always have access to that material. So just make it snappy. Don't come off and say, hey, by the way, I'm a developer. I can develop software. No one wants to know about your development skills or the number of software you can build. Everyone is looking at finding a way you can either add value to them. Value could mean you're giving them a free book. It could mean you're showing them how to increase revenue. It could mean you're showing them how to reduce or to increase operational excellence with the company. It could mean you're willing to show them how to cut costs. Everyone wants to know, how can you add value to my life? So I've seen people coming to my DM, especially insurance guys. I'm not against anyone who's selling insurance on the call, but most of the guys come and say, hey, Isaac, by the way, I work with this company. Immediately you tell me that, I know you're being salesy. I even stop reading it because I know your guys have not taught you the art of persuasion, okay? Which is to say, they've not taught you how to grab my attention and make me focus on your message so that I want to call you back and do business with you. So you could craft out something. I'm going to share this on the chat. Something that um is snappy, something interesting, and all you have to do is just copy this and paste. So every time you're connecting with someone, remember we've shown you how to get the access to these guys, right? Connect with them and paste it, paste it, paste it. This is actually a friend of mine called Don Patrick. Interesting, we're not even friends. Crap. Let me just connect with him. I'll send you out a note. But you can see that I'm actually getting access to CEOs. And guess what? This thing goes up to page 32. You can click here. So imagine every single day, all you're doing, which I encourage every business owner and startup founder to do, is just send these messages, outbound messages. It's what my virtual assistant is actually doing right here. But I think she stopped. Maybe she's exhausted. But you can see she's sending messages to everyone that comes and views my profile. Hi, Lillian. Same thing. Paste. Um, this one was obviously another conversation. You see, hi, whatever, paste. I'm just doing that every single day. Why? Because remember, guys, at the end of the day, it's not about how many posts you put out on Facebook. It's not about how many likes you're getting on Instagram. It's not about how many impressions you're getting on X or Twitter. It's not about how many people have liked. I see people saying, I'm happy to announce I have started a new role. No one wants to know if you started a new role. I've seen people saying I've started a new role over 17 times in just 6 months. What are you doing? The problem is not with the company, it's with you, obviously. And when you keep putting that stuff out, which I think is a very big problem that LinkedIn has made people very lazy to do, I mean, CEOs are going to look at you, prospective business owners are going to look at you and say, crap, I cannot work with this guy simply because he looks to be someone who's jumpy, right? You have a new software, say, guys, I've created a software that can do the end result. So if I'm a person in Freelancers Lounge who's creating a website, obviously everyone can create a website now. There's AI that can create a website. I want to know, can your website generate leads? I would be interested. I want to know, can your website show me how many people have visited your website? I would like to know. Can your website show me that I've made a purchase? I would like to know. So if you can actually build solutions that keep you differentiated from the people who are doing the same thing in the market, people are going to listen to you. So as promised, let me share this software in the chat. I don't want people to start bewitching me. I don't know how I can share this. Crap. Andrew, maybe you can show me how I can share this document. I don't see an option.
Cloud? Is it in the cloud? Is it
Pardon?
like a PDF in the cloud? If it's a PDF
Yeah.
in the cloud, you can just put a, we'll be able to access it. Is it an accessible link?
No. It's not a link, it's a PDF. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to share my number with you guys. Please do not send me requests for mobile money. I'm not rich. But yeah, send me a message. I'll be able to PDF you that. And also anyone who's interested in systems like these, I'll be able to yeah. So let's go to one of my favorite software, which is Pipeline Pro, which gives me an access to what everyone is doing, how the business is operating, and things like that. Yeah. Oh, somebody said something? Okay. Okay, so Pipeline Pro is how many of us, let me just ask so that I can see. How many of us use CRMs here? You can put up your hand. If you've never heard of a CRM, it's also okay. How many of us have used CRM or know what a CRM is? Awesome. So a CRM, just for purposes of everyone learning, is a customer relationship. All right, my spellings are bad. Software, right? So CRMs are basically used by business owners to gauge, how many employees do we have, not employees really, how many customers do we have and things like that. How many of those customers have we turned into sales? How many of those have turned into actual customers? How many of those have given us, So this is an example of a CRM that I have. As you can see, I have over 9,000 people, right, in my CRM, and I've categorized them depending on depending on what I'm doing business with. So let me just show you how this works, right? So in here, in your CRM, you have, I'm just going to explain how this works. So most CRMs have, let me go to the chart first. So most CRMs have what you call a pipeline or customer interface. Yeah. Most CRMs have a dashboard that show you the journey for your prospects. Most CRMs will also show you, okay, most of them basically have that. Now, why I like Pipeline Pro, and for those of you who are interested, I'll just put the link here. Yeah, let me just come here. For those of you who are interested, look, there's a lifetime license for this. I have 2 licenses for this. Reason being that I like the product. Every year they keep improving. I just bought another one recently because I had the money. But when you look at this, you only pay, how much is it? $37 for life, guys. This is like 120,000. Those are 4 plates of cafe javas. So I mean, why wouldn't you separate? This is like I think this is about how much women spend on their hair. You can correct me. Those are not expensive. So with Pipeline Pro, where are we here, right? So I have a dashboard that shows me, obviously you want to report to your in case you're doing seed rounds, you want to report to your board how many opportunities you have, what's the opportunity value. Opportunity value could mean I've spoken to 100 end users for my product. Out of those 100, let's do this practically. Andrew, I'm going to register you as a user, right? So you're going to give me your phone number, right? Andrew Tugume. What's your email address, Andrew?
Andrew Tugume with a 2 at the end, then at gmail.com.
Like this.
You just put 2, but you've put Gume, it's Tugume. Then
Like that, right?
Like that. Yeah.
Okay. What's your phone number?
0755 017 384.
Okay, so let's say Andrew is a lead, and Andrew, now DND means do not disturb. So if Andrew doesn't want to receive emails, texts, calls from me or a Facebook message, I'll click here, right? But I'm not going to do that because I want to send Andrew messages, and I'm going to save, and then he'll appear here. And then I need more information from you. What stage of the pipeline was Andrew? Andrew, when were you born? Oh, no, let's leave that. That's not important now. How did I get access to Andrew? Let's say through Google Meet, right? Andrew is a lead, not yet a customer. These are tags. Oh, I need to put a tag here. So I'll say Freelancers Lounge. Lounge. Yeah, I could also say the Innovation Village. Okay, and then I'll come and add an opportunity. An opportunity means where in the journey of our conversation is Andrew. So I've got Andrew here. Andrew's a deal. Now here you could say I've made contact with Andrew. I've done a demo. A demo could mean a demo like this, like I'm doing. I've shared a proposal with Andrew. Andrew accepted the proposal. We started negotiating. We've signed and closed. So let's say I've signed and closed Andrew, and the value of the contract is, let's say, $3,000, right? And I'll say I've won this contract. Obviously the person who has got this is Isaac. Isaac business name. I'll put freelancers lounge. My spellings are not the best. Again, I met Andrew on Google Meet. Yeah, and I create. So when I've created that, I'll just update that. So when I've created that, let me just close this, and I come back to my dashboard. You see this, Are you guys seeing this? So I've won one contract. The contract, the value of the contract is $3,000, and this. So meaning that the more people you speak to, right? Let's say you're on LinkedIn and you're doing the pitching like I'm doing every single day. Let's say in a day your target is I want to reach out to 100 people, and out of those 100 people, let's say 70%, say that could be 60 people. Say, let's have a chat next week. You could say, I've spoken to 100 people. I've done a demo schedule for next week. That is 60 people, and then the other 30 could say send me a proposal. So you've made a proposal for 30. That information is going to be displayed here, right? So when you display that information, it becomes easy to share with your. Let's say you're doing seed rounds, or you have a board, or you have. It's easy for them to say, oh, okay, so we have 60 people who have scheduled a meeting with Andrew. Out of those 60, this is the value, right? It could be $300,000. The conversion rate could be, say, 10%, because obviously not everyone is going to say yes. And then it has a beautiful infographic showing you basically where you are on your customer journey, right? And then of course, if you need to have things like we need to schedule a meeting, you can always come into this section. Now this is something that what most other CRMs don't do is they don't have calendars in their system. So I've scheduled a meeting with Andrew. All I need to do is come in here, right? And appointments with these appointments, right? Yeah, let's say appointment Andrew. The appointment is going to be, today is 14th, June 17th, 8 to 8:30. So I'll leave that open. Status confirmed. So what I'll do is I'll just come and confirm here and say, Andrew Tugume, where are you? Tugume. Yep. Oh, I saw you. Tugume. Yep, there you are. So I'll just do that. So the beauty about this again is if you say you're using Gmail, you're using Outlook, you're using Yahoo Mail, you're using all that, it will integrate with that, and then you book the appointment. Again, the beauty about this is it will send both meetings to Andrew and yourself. So 5 days, 3 days to the appointment date, one day it will keep sending you reminders on email, which is a very cool thing if you ask me. Again, on this system, you can accept payments. Now in Uganda, we are not yet I would say integrated with things like PayPal, with things like Stripe, with things like that. But if you're a business owner who takes payments online, right? This is the most effective system I would think you'd use. So you could come in here and say, I want to invoice Andrew, right? Let's say I'm selling what software, right? Let's just open up. Yeah, look at this. Obviously, I'm not going to go into how you can all of us can fill in an invoice, right? So this is basically what you'd fill in. Let's go back. Again, I'm going to show you something which I think is very, very super cool. Let's go back to contacts, which for me is actually the best thing where I bought this software. Yeah, so we have this information here, bulk actions. Now, again, this system is able to send SMS, is able to send emails, is able to send bulk WhatsApp messages. So let me just look at last year, how many I sent out. I'm not sure how you can actually, yeah. So this is basically an outbound SMS. Let me see, this was complete. So that was a message. Let me show statistics. You can see here that out of the 31 people that the 40 people that I sent the SMS to, 31 went through successfully. These are all SMSs. You can still see the same thing within the same system. By the way, you can send SMSs to your clients as, hey, by the way, my name is Andrew Tugume. Are we still on for that meeting next week? Then you can always say, maybe schedule the next. You can do what you call drip SMS or drip email campaigns and say, hey, let me send this guy an email after 4 hours and say, hey, by the way, I sent an email just to follow up with you. Are we still on? Just let me know. Send me a WhatsApp, send me an SMS, an email just to reconfirm, things like that. You have email here. Let me see how many people this went to. Let's see. Yeah, so out of the 169 people I sent the email to, 168, which was very, very good. Very nice conversion rate of 99.4%. But you can also see here that one didn't go through. Now, usually when you go back and investigate, this could be an email of someone who gave you a fake email. 3, maybe you didn't get the numbers well. I mean the letters well, right? So this is, for me, the most beautiful part about this, that not just can you add contacts, right? But you can also send bulk SMS, bulk email within the same system. Now, this does not come with the $37. You've got to pay an additional, was it 140 something, $140. But I think it's worth it for me, because here's a beautiful part about this, that they give you a trial to try to trust this. So if you're a founder who says has 2,000 contacts in your CRM or your database, all you need to do is say, let me do the trial. Use this thing for 7 days. After the 7th day, if I've gotten my results, I can easily cancel. So they give you an opportunity to cancel. But remember, you have your database, you have your dashboard, you have your SMSs going out, you have all these things going out, right? So that is that about Pipeline Pro. Now, someone would ask me and say, look, Isaac, this is all good, but I do not know how to write proposals. No worries. There's a solution called, I'm not going to open my account because obviously you see the number of proposals I've been sending out to. Yeah. 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 So Proposify is, for me, one of, if not the best proposal solutions out there. Why? Because they have templates for literally every industry. All you need to do, guys, is please go and try this. There's a trial for what? Let me see. There's a trial, I think, for 14 days or something. Please go try this out. The beauty about the software here is that you can always have, let's say you're an accountant, you're an operations manager, you're a finance guy, you're into events, you're into catering, whatever it is, you just put in your field and they'll produce you the template for what kind of proposal you need to send out. Now, the other beauty about this is that they have what you call name filters. So the name filter, where you have first name, you can put in your name, then client name, you put in the client's name. After, you can actually save that proposal, print it out, and actually present it. In 5 minutes, you have a proposal. And that is one solution. Another solution, I think it's called PandaDoc. Yeah. PandaDoc is another solution, I think, which outperforms Proposify, simply because with PandaDoc, you can actually accept payments, right, inside here. So they look like this. Sorry, guys. They look like this, right? Pre-written. I mean, look at this. Pre-written proposal templates for you. You can even change the images. But I guarantee you, there's no one that has written a better proposal than these automation tools. They simply are much better than a human being. So if you guys are thinking about ChatGPT, this is like a ChatGPT for proposals. If you guys are thinking about what do you call it, CRMs, this is like the ChatGPT of all CRMs that you need to have access to, right? And then if you're a business owner and say, look, Isaac, I've had someone who went with my passwords to I was with a guy today in a hotel called Milk and Ma, very expensive hotel in Kololo, and one of the guys, social media guys, took off with the guy's logins for his social media. So you have to we've gotten the contract, but we actually have to create new logins for the guy. This is something called LastPass. If you're the kind of guy who says, look, I don't want to give logins to my guy, to my people, but I want to create a LastPass account that I have admin access to, and then what they need to do is I will give them access, but only if they have a LastPass account. This is something that they need to have access to. So you don't give them a logins physically. What you do is ask them to install LastPass. Then in your admin section, You simply go in there, you add all the website softwares that you want them to have access to, and then when they want to access those systems, access those social media pages, access those softwares, they will click on that link and LastPass will log in for them, meaning that they don't get to see the password, meaning that you're safe as a business, right? So that's what I wanted to share for now. I'll invite questions as I move on to the next. Thank you.
Any questions, guys? So far, any questions? Any questions? Or it's still sinking in? Mr. Odong came with fire. He was just spitting fire in the microphone. But me, who was taking notes, we've so far looked at a number of tools. He started with Leads Gorilla, showed us how you can get leads in your specific area. The example we used was NGOs because we are looking for clients who are NGOs. We picked one, went to LinkedIn. That's where he promised to share the LinkedIn Bible and other documents. And then he showed us a CRM, the Pipeline Pro. If you have these people now and you want to engage them and send them proposals, call them, send them bulk SMSs. And then he showed us a few tools. If you're not good at writing proposals, there's Proposify, I think even PandaDoc. And then he was showing us a security tool called LastPass. If I've missed anything, you will let me know. So with those things, anyone who has a question, breathe in, breathe out, then you ask your questions. Someone in the chat says they are just blown away. Yeah, this looks like 10 years of experience in 15 minutes. Steven says it's still sinking in. Yeah, Joshua, your hand is up. You can ask.
Okay, I was just turning up, so it's not yet to be settled. Let me first settle my PC.
Cool.
You're also catching a breath.
We are still
Okay,
going,
so
by the
you
way.
breathe in, breathe out.
Yeah, we are still going. I hope no one is resting, right? Yeah, so I want this to be, like I said, I want this to be practical. How many of you have heard of the Dev Summit? Let me just put up your hand. We have a Dev Summit in 18th and 19th of July. Would you like to attend? Awesome. It's going to be at the ICT Innovation Hub, 18th and 19th of July. We are sponsoring it as TechGIS. We are the main sponsors. Please come through. There's going to be more practical sessions like this. So for only 50K for 2 days, I guarantee you, you'll have access to me for those 2 days. I'm going to do a deep dive. Sorry, I was going to speak very wrong English there. I'm going to do a deep dive on how you can actually sell your software, how you can actually, I'm actually going to do a session right now on the kind of proposals that would blow your prospect's mind out of the water and make them say, yes, we'd like to work with you. So from 18th to 19th, let me just get the link here. Just a moment. Yeah. Yep. Here we go. Yeah. Somebody saying they're on a new LinkedIn. Wow. Okay. There's still a lot to go, a lot more to go. Email and all that. So I've shared the link to the Dev Summit. In the event that you want a contact to speak to someone who is, coordinating the event. And if you promise me to come for the event, I will give you guys unfettered access to try these softwares for 7 days. If you promise to come, you don't have to pay any money. If you just show up, I mean, for me, showing up is the most difficult thing, right? So you show up and we take it on from there. Let me see. Cool. My profile is open. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So are we ready for the next session? Yep. Cool. Awesome. I don't know how many ladies are on this but I see the numbers. Let me just look at the okay, I know guys ladies names here. Most of these I see Esther. Interesting. Most of these are guys. Lovis is good, it's good, it's good. Yeah. Helen, it's good stuff. Yeah. Shiba. Okay, that's good. All right, let's go to the next session. So let's just go to my screen and share.
I think Joshua was catching a breath. I see him still putting his hand up. Joshua, it's
Yeah,
burning.
go ahead
You can
go ahead and
unmute
ask.
and speak.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and ask.
Thank you so much, Andrew. This is deep work. Isaac. I just wanted to know about this software, the leads Gorilla.
Yeah,
There
sure.
is a company I am assisting, but
Yep.
when you giving an example, so you gave like with an NGO, but then I'm
Yeah.
just imagining when it comes to contacting a person, if you want to
Yeah.
to make a contact or a lead with a person, how do you go
Yep.
about that? I
Yeah,
look
so
forward to meeting you one day because this was a PhD thesis.
thank you, thank you. Let me just log into. I've just remembered. I wanted to show you guys a very, very cool software. So I am going to make a very right or wrong assumption that most of us are developers or startup founders or founders in a way in this forum, right? Yes or no? I could be wrong. Yeah. So yeah. So let me go back to that. You can see my screen, right? Anyone? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so talking about reaching out. So one of the most difficult things about any business is really sales, right? So it's a very good thing if you practice sales. It's a very, very amazing thing. And again, remind me, I know I've made this promise to many people because I've been very busy, but I can take time tonight and share with you guys sales material, sales tools and all that. So there's a gentleman called, I'll just put this out here. Yep, that's it. So Jeremy is a very good friend of mine. Don't ask me how I know these guys, but I somehow know them. Jeremy is one of the top salespeople in the world. When I say the world, I mean the world, right? Very cool sales funnel he has here, by the way. So what he developed was something called NEPQ. NEPQ is neuro-emotional psychological questioning.
Mic check. Is it on my side? I can't hear anything. Is it on my side or everyone has the same?
Even myself, it's like a general issue. I'm not hearing anything.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Isaac, are you there? We can't hear you. Okay, let him join again. Okay. Meanwhile, I see a lot of party crashers on the call, so you register. The link is in the chat. Yeah, let's give him a second and he gets back on and then we move. Yeah, no worries. I'm sorting it. Isaac is getting back online. Okay. Yeah, so as Isaac is getting back on, I think let's put all the questions we were planning to ask since time is going, put them in the chat so that he does his last round and then we answer them immediately. You write them prior so that we move very fast. They have told me 30 seconds. Okay, the 30 seconds haven't even ended. Okay, let's flow. You were talking on some gentleman before I have forgotten even the name of the person you were talking about. Your mic is muted, Isaac.
Oh yeah, someone had asked me a question about, yes, I've gotten the leads. How do I make the sale? How do I get access to this person? How do I speak to them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd like to use someone as an example. No worries, I'm not going to humiliate you. I see a lady here. I don't know, I hope they're not shy. Yeah, let me see. Please don't leave the meeting. I'm not going to. Esther, are you able to talk? Is Esther on the call?
Yes, please.
Awesome.
Okay.
Esther, do you have a business?
Eventually,
Not
I'm
really. So it's a yes or no. Which is it?
I don't have a business yet.
Yeah. Okay. Yet. Huh?
Lovis
So you,
Lovis has a business.
oh, Lovis has a business. Okay. Hi, Lovis. Where are you? Let me see. Where's Lovis? Oh, Lovis is on the move. Okay. Let's go with Esther. Esther, so let's say, what kind of business would you want to start?
Personally, I would like
Yep.
to focus on graphic designing.
Graphics design. Great. And what kind of graphics design are we looking at? I'm going to give you an offer today. Feel free to test it out for the next 1 week. Yeah. So just tell me about what kind of graphic. Are you a graphics designer? Tell me how did you start in this business? Yep.
I've actually just completed my bachelor's degree, and I have I want to become a freelancer. So I'm actually in need of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much are you looking to make per month as a graphics designer? Hello, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Maybe
Yeah.
for the start, I can make around 500.
1,000 a month.
Yeah.
You're comfortable with 500,000 a month, right?
Yeah.
If I were to show you how to make 5 million a month from graphics design, would you be interested?
Yeah, I would.
What do you think you have to do for you to earn my trust to teach you how to make 5 million shillings a month?
First of all, I need to make sure that I provide the best. I give out my best.
Yeah. What does that look like? What does your best look like?
Okay, like if I tell I'm on market, I need to make sure that what I'm giving out,
Yeah.
what I'm giving out is actually so competitive compared to the other graphic design that are there.
What do you mean by competitive?
I need to have my work in a professional equal in that my services at any time outweigh of other designers.
So what do you mean by outweigh? Are you guys seeing what I'm doing right there? Yeah, and this is for all of us. So with any PQ, I am trying to understand exactly. I am probing and probing. Basing on what she says, I ask a question and basing what you've just answered. Does that make sense, Esther? Right?
Okay.
Yeah, so every time, let's say I'm a graphics designer and I meet a client, just like this gentleman here, the company is called 17, it's called Milk and Mine Kololo, and he tells me, look, Isaac, I was asking him exactly the same question I was asking you. He said, look, I asked him, how many customers have you got? Because it's a high ticket hotel, right? $3,000 a month or $3,300 a month, depending on the certain number of bedrooms. And he's saying, look, my website is shit. My marketing is shit. I'm using booking.com. I have 0 customers. And I'm like, why? And he's like, I was paying someone $500 a month to do my Facebook. Nothing was coming through there. I'm like, this is a high ticket business. What was he doing on Facebook? And he said he was posting every day. What was he posting every day? You see what I'm getting at, right? So you need to go deeper, 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 and deeper, and deeper. So what you're actually doing is you're not selling, but you're using information provided to you by your prospect to ask the next question, which gets you to the root of the matter. So as I was asking this gentleman this question, he said, look, my problem is I have another property that is, surviving above, the market cap and all that. This one is not doing any favors for me, and I'm actually not making enough money. And I said, look, here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to do an audit of your website and your socials for free, right? Which I'm going to show you guys how to do. And after doing the audit, I'm going to show you the gaps that need to be addressed. Now, if we come to an understanding, I will guarantee you that you'll at least have 2 or 3 customers a month. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to audit your socials. After auditing, I'm going to identify the gaps. After identifying the gaps, I'm going to say, okay, this is a solution that needs to happen. For your website, you need to have it optimized. You need to have a conversational chatbot or customer experience automation in there. You need to have a WhatsApp channel that links to your WhatsApp. Fortunately, it has one. You need to have a great salesperson who's able to understand high ticket clients, because the kind of people who are actually sleeping there, people like Donzella, people like Europeans are able to pay $3,000 a month, right? So you're not going to get those kind of people anywhere. Most likely you're going to get them at Acacia Mall because it's easy for them to walk up to the apartment. And that's a very high ticket place. You're going to get them at malls. You're going to get them at the airport when they're coming through. So you need to have a connection with the airport lounge. Who do you know in the airport lounge can actually give them maybe a flyer or something like that? If you're using traditional marketing, that will get them to that place. How do you get these people online? Maybe you're going to do Google Ads, right? How do you do the Google Ads? Which again, if you stay on the call, I'll give you access to for free. How do you run Google Ads to people who are out of Uganda, and we want to interest them that when they're coming into the country, they are able to go to Myanmar? After doing that, how many people is your salesperson speaking to? Let's say you're running a Google ad for $500 a week, right? And you're getting roughly about 600 leads in. Out of those leads, how many have you called? How many have you followed up with? How many have provided you with contact information? Do you have a database like Pipeline Pro where you're following up? How many of those have you turned into customers? Can they deposit? When are they booking to travel? You need to have that entire journey with you. When you understand that system, it becomes easy for you to sell. So selling is no longer about, let me go to a prospect's office, introduce myself. I work with the Freelancers Lounge. We have speaker events like this every month. We do amazing stuff. Our board is full of amazing guys. No one wants to know what you're doing. That is the old way of selling. People are inquisitive about. It's like dating, right? You ask, what can I do for you? How do you think we can add value to you? How do you think we can grow together? How do you think we can grow together? How do you think we can actually build a sustainable, or recurring income streams? How do you think we can actually have personal development sessions every day? Can we go as a family to church? Do you think I am asking questions? So to the gentleman that asked, if I get a lead on Leads Gorilla, fortunately, let me see if I can share my screen again. Leads Gorilla even makes it easy. So with Leads Gorilla, there's 1.2 and 2. There's 1.0 and 2.0. That's 1.0 and 2.0. I have access to both. Now, let's say you've gotten it's gone off. Let's say we've gotten NGOs. Let's go back to NGOs, right? NGOs, yeah, NGOs in Kampala. Let's search them. So after searching is what I want to show you. What next, right? What next? You've gotten the NGOs. So what? What next? Okay, so I've gotten 20. What I do is the 20 And I want to save this information. Right, so I'm going to add these leads and say new campaign. I'm going to say NGOs in Kampala, right? And then I'll say add campaign. So when I add campaign, I'll say add. So it's going to add these leads to that. So I'll just come here to the contact section, contact lead section. Select a campaign, NGOs in Kampala, Google Leads, right? And look at this. This is a section where you can say, I want to email this person. This person maybe is interested. I want to send them an email. So you can come to the email templates here, right? And they have, so in 1.0, they have a variety of templates that you can choose. I could say, I want to provide them with social media services, right? Now, when I do that, I'll say, do they need more followers, your social media? This is basically the message, the header of the email you're going to send. So I could click this and say, let me edit it. Why is it not opening? Default options, interesting. Default templates, interesting. So, oh yeah, it has opened. So in here, I can actually decide to change this. Instead of saying need more followers, I could say need more customers, right? Placeholder could be the person's name or the company name. Let's say customers leads name is here. So it will pick the lead name from the leads that you've picked and say, hey, lead name, hi there, my name is Andrew Tugume. I found your Facebook page while searching for this. Being the nosy creature that I am, I couldn't help but notice that you only have a few leads that maybe are bringing in less sales. If I'm to be honest, your Facebook page is pretty nice. It surely deserves more. Maybe branding and that would lead to customers. You can always change this than the ones you currently have. I gotta give it to you. You had done a look at this. This is just an amazing job. Then of course he comes down here and says, I'm a social media expert, blah blah blah, which I don't encourage. You could say I'm a customer acquisition specialist. The way I see it, it's vital to scale up the number of branding, whatever it is that they have on their page. This will ultimately translate into customers. If you have a few minutes, I can jump onto a call with you. You can say I can jump into a free or non-obligation call with you. You will have to make it free and non-obligation to mean that they cannot take the call if they wanted to or not, right? Have an outstanding day, your name here, then your name, your last name, the business name, the website. That is it. And you save and you send that. So the beauty about this is you can connect this to your email account. If you're using an office email or Gmail, I'll guarantee you they will go out, right? So this is automated already. But if you're doing it on platforms like LinkedIn and etc., it becomes even much easier because you're getting to do one-on-one selling in DMs, which I don't encourage. But if you're starting out again, you don't have an ads budget, it's one of the best ways to do this. So what was her name? Esther, right? Is she still on the call? Esther. Yeah, is Esther still on the call? Am I talking to myself again? Esther, are you on the call? Just say yes or no.
She's actually speaking,
here.
but I think her network is not good. Okay, she's there.
Okay, awesome. Awesome, Esther. Okay, so what I'm going to do, Esther, you have my number in the chat. I'm going to give you access to this. No. I think it's this. Yeah. So this is a tool that will help you as a graphic designer make your work easier. So it's an automation tool that I bought. I'm also a shareholder in this company. And it's called designs.ai, right? You guys can go check it out as a free trial, but I have a lifetime license for this. So if you're a person who says a client has met you and said they want to transform text to visuals, this can do it for you. An AI writer, ChatGPT, this has a video maker here. stunning designs, image to text, logo maker. Yeah. Oh, you're back. Okay, cool. Speech maker. This is like a graphics designer's, war chest, if you ask me, right? So feel free to text me. I'll give you access to this. For those of you who want access, I'm only going to give it to Esther. Let me just text it here. So that's just go ahead and buy it. Stop spending money on concierges. You guys are going to get unhealthy with time. Anyhow, that's just a joke. So that's what Designs does for you. It's an amazing tool that does all this. I mean, for me, sometimes when I get tired of graphics designers, I just come back here and do all the work myself. And people think I have an amazing team. It's just an amazing AI, right? So that's that. Yeah, so this is NEPQ model. Andrew, please, and Sabrina, please help me, remind me. I have material for this. It will help you improve on how you sell out there. So yes, let's say you are Andrew. Do you guys have a website? Freelancers Lounge.
Yes, flx.africa. flx.africa. It's being updated right now, I think. But
Okay.
it's yeah, flx.africa.
Let me just check it out. So one of the ways that I've been able to win businesses for websites, of course, website is the starting point, but definitely going over to just do an entire business model for businesses is just providing audits for websites, right? So let's say, oh, okay, interesting. This is cool. I thought this was Sabrina. Look like her. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, okay. So let's say this website is up and running, and let's say as a business you want to gauge how many founders you're getting every month, because that's how you measure that your business assets, your online assets are working. How many people have visited, but also how many founders or prospective donors or partners have we got from our website. So there is a software which I use. Again, I'm a shareholder in this company. For those of you who want to become shareholders, I will give you a link to, if you have some good money. Otherwise, they will come back and abuse me. There's a website called Abrica that I use. So simply what I do is I click here, I say create a new project. Okay. Check rankings. Yeah, how is it ranking on Google and all that, which is very key because you want to see if people are discovering you. I'll put the name up there. FLX Africa. If you're a business guy, this is a tool you need to actually get more clients without giving them headache. So founders, donors, freelancers, those could be what you're ranking for in Google. Partners, yeah, funding, seed round, right? And you say add keywords, and then you come in here. Where do you want to be found? You say Google, country, Uganda, right? City, Kampala. There we go. Let's say, because right now Google is optimizing search for mobile, we're going to use mobile and see how it's performing. And then we're going to say create project. So as it's doing this, it's going to scan. Let's do a full site analysis. Andrew and Sabrina, I in no way am I critiquing your website. I'm just showing you how you can actually get a report and improve. In the event that you guys are 100% kawa, this report will just be shit. That's it. So as it's generating the report, will take some time. Let's go over to Redis, right? So one of the challenges I've found as a startup person is that you need resources to hire a team, right? So one of the ways to get out there is have a social media guy who knows exactly what they're doing, have a graphics designer who knows exactly what they're doing. However, and you'll agree with me here that there are situations where you get a team and they're just doing shit. Sorry for my language, but that's just the experience. These guys are not doing the best of the work. They're not doing your graphics on time. They're not putting out content on time. They're not running any form of adverts. So what do? In comes Predis AI. Okay. Now, Predis is a business that if you want to scale fast without overwhelm could mean you want to produce the content yourself, you want to post yourself, you want to run the advert yourself, you want to check how many leads are coming through. It's that tool that I would actually use. I'm going to leave a link here. They have a free trial for 7 days. Go check it out. But again, I have lifetime license. Where is it? Yeah, here. So what you can actually do is just come to the dashboard here and say, let me see if I remember how to create the content. Yeah, let me come to where. Yeah, I want to create a new content. So just create new business to post. So you can see they give you different types of posts that you're going to put out, right? Text to post, e-commerce post, blog to post, script. Let me say a quote, right? I don't like quotes, they look weird. The business quote. Yeah. I want to generate for me a business quote for my pages. So it will. So this tool is a mix of Canva. It's a mix of ChatGPT. It's a mix of Hootsuite. Look at this. It's not the best, but you have something to start with, right? Look at that. Look at that. And the beauty about this, guys, is look, you can always come and edit this. And say, I don't like this design. I am Esther. I like this design more. See that? They'll change it to that. Or you can say, I want it to be more, that. I mean, you can change the design. You can even upload your own design. You can even add your own logos. This is just for me to save time, right? Again, guys, the most important thing in a business is sales. It's not regulation. It's not the logo. It's not how many marketing guys you have. I mean, I am the best at what I do on the continent, not second best, rather, not because I spent enough time learning from courses. No, I focused on sales, When I figured out the quickest way to get sales was running paid adverts to get inbound leads, I started now improving my closing rate. How do I get 100 people in? How do I close 50% of that? How do I close 70% of that? That's what makes you more effective than someone who says, I want to create the best artwork of Vusi Tembakwayo. Sorry, he's my friend, but and all that. Even Vusi, if you follow him on posting about, I have 200,000 followers. Thank you to my team. I have 1 million TikTok subscribers. Thank you to my team. I have I'm close to 60, maybe 70,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you to my team. Why? He's starting up an ad agency, right? Now those metrics may not sound cool to you as a person at the moment, but if I have 100,000, how do I transfer just 10% or 1% of those into customers? That's a question most business owners are thinking about. So we'll check out Predis, and I'll give you two last ones. This one is called Infograpify, right? So if you're writing proposals, let's say PowerPoint proposals, you don't want to do one proposals, right? And you're doing PowerPoint proposals that you want to talk about. Let's see if I have something in IT here. Let's see, cybersecurity, right? Writing a proposal about cybersecurity, and you want it to look so cool without saying, I'm a cybersecurity professional. I subscribe to the Freelancers. Let it finish downloading. Load. I'll just get this. Awesome. So let me just show you how these would look like. You can always edit them. Yeah. Okay, so let me open this. Open this. I think it's going to be my last one because I'm really exhausted, guys. I could talk up to tomorrow. But please come for the Dev Summit. We will see how to make things work. Yeah, cool. We've opened this. So just look at that, right? You can have, of course, a cover page, and you can come and say, look, as a cybersecurity professional, you need to have access to your software, you need to have protection on your software. I mean, you can fill these in with anything you want to. The idea is the infographics are what captivate your prospect. Look at this. It's cool, guys. Andrew, tell me, isn't this cool? Right? Are we still in the call? Oh, I'm talking alone again. Are you guys there?
Yeah, we were actually responding with emojis.
Interesting. So I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And this website has everything. I mean, if you're just writing a pitch deck, you would need to just come in here and just grab a few, and you don't need to suffer struggling with people to create for you pitch deck. So our thing is almost done, but because of time, let me just first put this here. Yeah, so you can always take that out. This is done. So I don't want to show you guys how your website is performing, but you can see there's already right here. So I'll send this to Sabrina to end my presentation there. Questions? Thank you. Any question, guys? I'm seeing the emojis. I'm not seeing the questions, guys.
First receive your flowers, then people start. Okay, let's receive the questions. Enough with the flowers. Isaac wants questions now. I had seen some. Joshua had wanted to know more about the summit he shared with us. Did he say he's giving? Are you giving any offers for the summit? And then also someone is asking for more information about the summit.
I'm just going to leave a contact in the chat for one of the people who are in charge. I got the number from Isaac. But yeah, free. So if you come to this to the event, we'll definitely have a conversation around how we can work together with TechJuice. TechJuice is as we're doing that, I mean, who knows, we could hire you, right, to be one of our developers. Our developers earn quite some good money, and we're always looking out for talent on the market. So please come interact with us, with our CEO. He's an amazing guy called Jason. You'll interact with me. We see how to work together. I'm always on the lookout for amazing guys. So this could be an opportunity to work with us, work with a remote company in the UK. I mean, work with remote companies, work remotely with companies in the UK, and see I'm already tired. And I mean, look, there's always opportunities to work together. I mean, I met people through the Innovation Summit last year. Now I'm here working with the company in the UK as a chief marketing and sales. And who knows, one day I could be CEO. So, I mean, why not come to the summit? We could always, I'm going to dive deep into some software. So whoever registers first for the software, I mean, whoever registers first for the event, I'll definitely give you access to softwares that could help you in particular fields that you're looking at. Again, don't abuse this, but please come through for the event. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone should attend. Even us, we are going to be there. Yeah. So, maybe one question and then we sign out. We are all exhausted. It's the end of the week. People need to rest. But I think let's close it from there. Let's close it from there. Let's close it from there. Thank you so much, Mr. Odongo Senior, Isaac. Thank you so much, everyone who has been with us for the whole week. It's been wonderful. The recording is going to be added to the playlist in case he was too fast for you. Otherwise, thank you so much. See you next week.